you have ever finished the fat loss phase, done the hard work to lose a lot of weight, and then bulked up just to feel soft and bloated, you're doing it wrong. My name is John Waneri. I'm a physiotherapist and a fat loss coach, and I've helped numerous of clients to avoid this mistake. Today, I'm breaking down to my clients how to seamlessly transition from a cut to a bulk without gaining loads of fat. Stick around for the end, where I also break down my clients' lifting technique to make sure that you're not wasting months in the gym.
You've smashed out the park. Was it like 10 kilos you've lost since we
pretty
started?
much. 10, 11, yeah.
So I've actually got the numbers here. It was like you started off around 100 kilos. You lost 90, like I think the last recorded weight was 90, but the week before that was like 89.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've to be honest, mate, like not really that many hiccups. Like you've just steadily come down. So from a coach's point of view, it's been a dream because it's just like, okay, do this, body reacts to it, walk, drops weight. So, and you've been I've let you to have the flexibility with the diet and as well, just set you the macros and kind of guide you with what to be eating. But I think that's been the best approach with you. So well done, I guess. The physique looks good as well. Just looking through the before and afters.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm looking my best at the moment, you know.
Nah, definitely. Like you can see the abs are coming through, look a lot more defined. I'm gonna have a look at the one from the 8th. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good.
How does one work out the maintenance calories?
Okay. The easiest way, okay, without doing any calculations to work out your maintenance calories is go on TDEE. Total Daily Energy Expenditure is a website that you can get onto. Quite easy to get to. You put in your height, you put in your weight, you put in your activity level, and you put in your gender, and it does it for you. Okay. So the number it gives you is going to be a rough ballpark because obviously some people are going to not be able to estimate their level of physical activity to a precise manner. So you would just try to be as honest as you can. Once you get that number, that is the amount that's your maintenance calorie. Okay. So that's the amount that your total daily energy expenditure, the amount that you're burning every single day at rest. And then it gives you your maintenance calories on there. And you basically just eat the amount of food, the amount of calories it states for a week or two. Okay. If you find that you're increasing, you're gaining weight, that means it's slightly off. So you need to decrease it a little bit. Okay. So you want to get it to the point where your weight remains stable whilst you're eating it. So get on TDEE, put in your details, test it out for a couple of weeks, adjust accordingly, and then you figure out what your maintenance calories is from there. Make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. So that's how you do it. And then you just basically, if you wanted to cut, you cut out 500 calories from there, 500, 600 calories. You can start lower or higher depending on how fast you want to cut. Usually, you want to have around, I like for my clients to aim for 0.5 kg per week. Okay. If you wanted to do a slower cut, you can. If you want to do like 0.25 to 0.5, anywhere within that range, it's also absolutely fine. You wouldn't want to be cutting weight too fast because usually when you do that, that will be a sign that you're losing muscle for one, but also it's not going to be very good in terms of your stress level as well because you're probably doing too much. You're not eating as much food as your body is used to maintain or to have a normal functioning role almost. So yeah, that's basically it. If you wanted to gain weight, which we're going to get onto, which is the whole point of one of the topics we were going to go through, is the other way around. You increase it by 500, whatever you need to increase it by, and you go through that way, okay? And then you want to be gaining point around again, 0.25, 0.5 per week, and then going through that way. All right.
And okay, so and then when you're saying increase by 500, obviously that's just an arbitrary number, but would that be like a day?
No, yes, you increase it by 500 per day. So okay. if it was 2,000, you might be like, okay, I'm gonna increase it by 2,500. Okay, and then you eat at that 2,500 for maybe a week. You weigh yourself. If you you haven't gained weight, or if you let's say you reduced it, you didn't lose weight, okay, you might reduce it by a little bit more, or you might do a little bit more physical activity. Okay, you might start walking a little bit more, you might go for a run or lift more weights, get out of the house a bit more, do a bit more stuff. Okay, so there's two levers to be able to lose the weight. There's either there's what you eat, you can reduce that, or there's what you burn, you can increase what you're doing. So depending on how much you love food, you can just basically walk more, lift more weight, have more gym sessions. Okay, you can eat more. There's loads of stuff you can do. Like even when you're just being in a rested state, your body's burning calories. Okay, so when you're fidgeting, you're burning calories. You can still do like zone 2 form cardio at home. You don't necessarily need to get out the house. There's things that you can do to burn weight, like to burn calories. Okay, marching on the spot, sit to stands, walking up and down the stairs. Things like this are going to allow you to burn calories. It's probably not the most exciting things in the world, but maybe like stick on a pair of headphones, walk up and down the stairs. I've got a pretty long kitchen, but just like stick some headphones up and walk up and down. If you really like, you don't want to go outside. Maybe we live in England, it's pretty cold. You can just walk up and down. Okay. So those are the main ways without getting into like, basic metabolic rate and thermic effect of food and stuff. Don't want to get over complicated.
Yeah.
That is the main ways of doing it. Okay. Obviously, when it comes to burning calories as well, if you eat more protein, you're going to burn more calories because I said I wasn't going to speak about it, but I will. Protein has a high thermic effect, meaning you're going to be burning more calories by eating the protein than if you ate carbs or fats. Okay.
So it's like your body spends more calories on digesting protein than it would on digesting fat.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
So you wanna have more protein in your diet because you're gonna be burning more calories. And also, when you have more protein, you're gonna build more muscle. Muscle has a high energy expenditure requirement. So meaning you're gonna be burning more calories just by having bigger muscles.
Got it.
So lifting the weights, eating the protein, burn more calories. That's why people say to lift weights rather than just doing endless cardio. Yeah. Because if you lift weights, you're gonna build muscle. If you're eating the right food, if you're having enough protein, you should normally be aiming for 0.7 to 1 gram of protein is gonna suffice. Okay, you don't really need to eat more than that. Your body can absorb it if you eat more than that. But you don't need to. But the research shows that 0.7, around that 0.7, 0.8 to 1 gram is going to be enough. To be on the safe side, we just recommend 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. It's just easy it's just like in the middle of that range.
Okay.
So that covers that covers how to calculate it, what to do if you're losing weight or gaining weight. Does that make sense? Have you got any questions with that?
Yeah, I got some follow-up questions then.
Go
on. That sounds great because I just think, great, 500 extra calories a day. Like I can just basically eat what I eat now and then eat a cheesecake after dinner every day.
Yeah.
Is it that simple, or are there some kind of like repercussions depending on where that 500 calories comes from?
The reason there's going to be repercussions. Yeah, of course.
Well, what are they, right?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So if you don't want to eat, you want to have a good balance of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. Because if you eat too much carbs or too much fat, you're gonna end up storing fat, and you're gonna end up building up fat, and then you're gonna become lethargic, and then your testosterone isn't gonna be as high, and then your sleep is gonna get fucked up, and then you're gonna gain loads of weight, and then you're gonna get demotivated. So it's good to have the balance. If you wanted to just gain weight, eat as much as you can. Okay. And there is a balance as well between eating, which I've actually got a thing I'm gonna go through in a second, but there's a balance between eating enough, clean bulking and dirty bulking. Okay. So dirty bulking is when you have a lot of processed food, you have foods that are high in fats, and you have foods that are high in sugar. Okay, because fats have a more they're more calorie expensive. They're more expensive in terms of the amount of calories per pound or per gram of fat is going to be a lot higher than carbs and protein. So it's like, I think it's 9 calories, okay, for fats. So you're gonna gain more weight faster. It's not gonna be good weight. It's gonna be fats, but you can get stronger. You can gain the weight. It's good to have a bit of fat as well. People think it's all bad, but if you eat healthy fats, the nuts, okay, the avocados, the healthy oils, the healthy seeds, it's good. Hormonal balance, brain function, joint health. It's not necessarily bad. Testosterone production is really good stuff, but you don't want to have too much of it. You want to have it in the right amount. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The way that you figure that out is you do the 0.7 times you get the 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight. And then, for example, for you right now, that's 0.7 times, was that like, what are you now? No, that's kg.
180 pounds then. So
yeah, so 0.7. I think I've done the calculation. I'll just share my screen and go through this
yeah,
bit
okay.
here.
Sure.
I think that's probably going to be the best thing for you. Can you see?
Yes, now I can, yeah.
So this is just like an overview. I'll send this to you as well.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Okay. So for you,
Gamma doc out for me.
Pardon?
So got a whole gamma doc out for me.
Get the gamma doc, mate.
It looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah, man. I've broken it down into sections to make it easy to kind of consume. You might
Oh.
not like what I have to say in terms of like the progress, but it's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone's going to be different. If you don't mind just eating a little bit more and gaining a little bit of weight that potentially are not going to be the most healthy weight,
yeah,
that's fine. Like, you've done the hard work, you can treat yourself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wanted to do it right without gaining excess fat, this would be the strategy.
Okay.
So increase your calories slowly. Okay, so week 1 plus 200 calories around for you. That I think that's around 1,800. I think the last thing I gave you was the last calorie I gave you was 1,600 or so.
No, so I think that was before Christmas.
1,000.
That was like I was having that amount on the days. I was basically, I think the lowest I was having was before Christmas. I was having my normal routine days. I was having like 1.6 because then to compensate because there was some other days where I was like stuff. But then throughout January, I've pretty much been at around like 2,000 calories a day.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you've been around 2,000. So just add on 200 calories from on top of that. Okay. You've still been losing the weight, which is fine, and I think we got you to a decent point. I can't remember when we put it up to 2,000, but obviously you've been on holiday and stuff. So
I think it was the first week of January.
Oh yes, of course, because we started the reverse dieting, didn't we? Because I said you've been on I'm pretty sure I said you've been on a diet for a while now. Let's take a bit of a break.
Yeah.
And that's gonna allow you to be able to get back to baseline in terms of your metabolism.
Yeah.
So that you can start actually burning off calories a bit more. Because when you've been dieting for so long, your metabolism starts to get a bit short. Okay, it's not going to be as active. It gets used to conserving energy and not burning as much because it's been deprived. So it needs to not burn as much to survive. So the way that you get this back up again is by doing something called a reverse diet, where you slowly increase the calories. Okay, so for you, you can get really technical, but just basically get your calories up. Okay. Sure. And then your body, because you're eating a bit more, you're gonna start burning a little bit more. Your resting metabolic rate is gonna increase. And then when you start another fat loss phase, eventually, obviously we're not doing that yet, it's gonna be much faster because you're not gonna be as your metabolic rate isn't going to be as low because it's not going. It's almost, you've given it a boost from eating calories. So
got it.
Okay, so you increase it. Just don't worry about these numbers. I'm gonna have to alter this. Okay, but you basically increase it by 200. Yeah. Imagine you're at 1,600 at the moment.
Yeah.
And then like I said, the protein would be 0.7 to 1 gram. Okay. The fats, usually you want the fats to be around 20 to 30% of your total calories. Okay. And then you just fill up the rest with carbs. Okay.
Got it.
For training adjustments, okay, you want to increase the volume slightly. So you start around 10 sets per muscle group. focus on progressively overloading and maintaining moderate cardio as well. So when you're bulking, a lot of people think that you need to. Actually, let me move this over to this side, because every time I look at you, it looks like I'm looking somewhere else.
Yeah. All good.
Okay. So when you're bulking, people think that you don't need to do cardio, because why would I do cardio and anti-boiling calories when I'm doing cardio? But cardio is actually important, because if you're doing high volume training, you want to be able to be intense when you're doing it. You want to be able to recover faster. So cardio serves as a recovery, almost like as a recovery function, where you do it and then it allows you to be able to recover faster, especially when you're eating a bit more food. You're going to be a little bit more breathless because you've got a little bit more weight on you. So that's going to be very, very good with the recovery and allowing you to keep a high intensity for you to build the muscle that you want to build. So still having that in is going to be important, obviously, heart health and the rest of it. There's loads of benefits of cardio as well, apart from that. As long as you're not overdoing it, I don't think it's going to be a hindrance. And as long as you're not doing it intensely, especially after your weight sessions, you're just doing steady state cardio, walking on the treadmill, doing like the
Stairmaster on a Tuesday gets pretty intense, I have to say, but like I could just reduce the level of it, like, to be honest. So
yeah, just reduce it. If we're going on a bulk now, which we are, just reduce the intensity of the Stairmaster, or you can just go on a treadmill. Okay, just go on the treadmill.
Sure.
Have a walk.
And I'm really enjoying going on runs, by the way. Like I think I probably just formed a weekly habit of that now anyway.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, you can still keep those in. Okay, just the main thing is that you're tracking your weight. So just track the measures that we need to track every week. Okay, if that's like you're getting like 0.2 and we're aiming for like 0.5, 0.25 to 0.5 range, then you might want to either reduce the intensity or increase your calories. Okay. Main thing is that we're measuring things, then we can adjust accordingly. But cardio is not a bad thing.
Sure.
Okay, so food quality as well. So for the first 3 weeks, when you get into this, I want you to eat clean, no junk food. Okay, because when you get into a bulking phase, you're gonna want to eat this.
I was looking forward to that. Yeah.
You're gonna want to eat. You're going to want to eat loads of like junk food straight away. But your body, if you start doing that, you're going to just crave more and more of it straight away. So you want to just increase the calories first. And then after that, when you move on to the next phase, then you can be a little bit more flexible. Okay?
Got it.
So if your weight is stable or slowly increasing, 0.5 to 1% per month, no excessive bloating, water retention, or rapid fat gain. This is like an indicator before you move on to the next stage. Okay?
Okay.
And then this stage is the phase 2 full lean bulk, which is 4 weeks to 16 weeks. Is goal is to aim for around 0.5 to 1% of your body weight per month. Okay. So that's around 0.45 to 0.9 kilograms per month. Okay. And then week 4 plus 200 calories, week 6 plus 200 calories. You can just slowly start increasing. Okay. Sure. And then week 8, assess progress if weight gain is below 0.5% per month, increase by 100 to 150 calories if weight gain is above 1% per month. Maintain a slightly decrease. This is if you wanted to do this properly, Ty. Okay. If you wanted to do it properly, okay. Obviously, everyone is going to be different in their goals. You're not prepping for a competition or you're not a bodybuilder and stuff. If you wanted to eat a little bit more above this, that's fine. Okay. You know your body reacts really well to a cut. It might just mean I don't advise you to start eating loads of junk food because it's not going to be healthy. And this would probably be the best way to do it in terms of just having a clear mental space, okay, not feeling sluggish, high performance at the gym and high performance at work as well. But just know that I know I'm giving you these numbers. If you wanted to have a bit of a cheat meal every now and again, that's fine. Like I said, after the first 3 weeks, about 30% you can have cheat meals. Like maybe have like 2-3 days where you have a bit of a cheat meal. Okay.
Yeah, I've missed that.
So again, I need to change these numbers to make sure these numbers correlate for what you're doing. But these are going to be the numbers. Okay. So if let's say you were doing the your 90 kilos at the moment and you are having 1,600 calories, that was the end of your fat loss phase. Your macronutrient breakdown would be 150 to 190 grams of protein per day, fat 65 to 85 grams per day for the second phase for the 4 weeks to 16 weeks, and then carbs fill the remaining calories with carbs. Okay. And like I said, for this stage, 70%, 30% flexible. Introduce 1 to 3 cheat meals per week to ensure the macros still align. Okay.
Got it.
So for the volume, you want to increase the volume to 12 to 15 sets per muscle per week. I'll worry about this. Don't worry. Look into these things. I think you're really doing quite a bit already.
I was just going to say, just remind me what progressive overload is.
Okay, so progressive overload is a concept where you're increasing the intensity of the workout each time. So you're making things gradually harder, whether that's adding weight or adding reps or reducing rest time or whatever else you need to be doing to be increasing the load. Okay, it's a way of putting enough stress on your muscle to actually grow. Because muscle adaptation happens very fast. Your muscle gets used to a movement very fast. So in order to actually stimulate a growth, you need to be able to push it more than you did the time before. That's all that means. So you should be doing that already because you're tracking stuff on Strong and you're putting the weight on. I think with Trainerize now, you can.
Well, I was going to say, and not to go off on a tangent, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Part of the reason Trainerize is good because it kind of feels like Strong and CoachRX all in one. So
awesome.
For that, yeah.
It's good to hear that from your perspective because I think using Strong and then going back and forward. Obviously, I'm going to use it, test it out myself to see what the experience is like.
Yeah, it's way better. I can tell you about 5 or 6 things I picked up. But
we'll go through that at the end. We'll go through that at the end. How long have you got, by the way?
I have no hard cut off. I mean, like probably by like 4:15 or so. Okay,
cool. No worries, that's fine. That's more than enough time, and I think I enjoy speaking about this as well.
Yeah, no, this is good
to dive deep into things so that you can understand things a little bit better.
100%.
That's everything I've said so far made sense.
Absolutely, yeah. No, this is really like the way it's laid out is super clear. Thanks.
Awesome. So in terms of the training plan, so training plan adjustments, obviously increase the volume to about 12 to 15 sets per muscle group, increase intensity, progressively overload, slow negatives, which I hope you know what it is by now.
Negatives is in. Yeah. Well, I do, but like I thought, isn't that kind of the same as controlled eccentrics?
It is.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
So
those basically mean the same thing. I don't know what.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
So basically controlling the negatives, making sure that you have a deep stretch from all movements, which applies for if you're in a cut on the bulk anyway. Just lifting principles.
If you're watching this video and you're thinking you need a proper plan for your bulk or your cuts, stop guessing. I'm offering a free strategy call. So click the link in the description below and book a call so that we can map out a roadmap that's perfect for you to achieve your goals.
But the progressively overload should be happening faster because you have more energy, you've got more muscle. So you should be able to move forward faster. So maintain the cardio as well, like we spoke about 1 to 2 times. Okay. When to take a break. Okay. So you're gonna start this protocol, and you might need to take a break. You might need to take a little bit of a break. So if your progress stalls for 2 weeks, okay, you might need to take a bit of a break from everything. Okay. So aches, fatigue, joint pain increases, strength stopping to increase as well. That's your body saying, whoa, this is too much. I need to just put my foot off the gas. So just take a bit of a break. Take 2 weeks active rest phase. First week could be basically you reducing the intensity by 50% to normal training, just like really, really lower it down.
Okay.
Get the heart rate up. You're still moving, like almost like an active recovery phase.
Got it. Okay.
And then week number 2 could be low volume maintenance phase. Okay. So again, just really low volume stuff. Make sure that your body's fully recovered. Or you could have a week off. You could have like a full week off, let your body recover. Because when you've been going to the gym for a long time, you've just been training, and then you're progressively overloading. it gets to the point where the fatigue builds up so much, even if you don't feel like it is, the systemic fatigue is going to be building up. Your central nervous system is going to be tired. So you need to take a bit of a break off. Okay.
Got it.
So final phase, last 4 weeks before cutting again. Okay. So this is going to be a 16-week process. Okay. So 4 months. It's a good amount of time. Okay.
Yeah.
So, so the last 4 weeks, okay, goes to gain the final 1 to 2 kg of lean muscle mass before transitioning back into a cutting phase. So the whole point of this bulking phase is to gain muscle, yeah, and to actually gain tangible muscle, so that when you cut, the weight that you're at now, was it like 90 kilos or 89 kilos that you're at now?
Yes.
You're gonna look bigger and fuller at that weight while still being lean. Okay, so that's the whole aim for this cut.
If you are getting value out of this video, subscribe to the channel so that I can make more valuable content like this for you.
So you're saying with another bulk that I would put on, in theory, I would put on just 3 kg of just muscle, or like say like 2.5 kg of muscle and maybe like half a kilogram of fat along with that or something. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then, so if I was to cut again, wouldn't I just cut to lose that excess fat, like the half a kilo of fat, and then be left with the extra 2.5 kg of muscle on my initial 90 kg, rather than cutting all the way back down to 90 kg?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and you might not necessarily need to cut all the way down, but if you wanted to look leaner, there's still a way to go.
Sure, got you.
Okay, there's still a way to go. If you want it, like right now, if you wanted to cut a little bit more, you can go a little bit more.
I could still probably, if I really wanted,
you could cut like another. You probably cut another like 2-3 kilos if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah.
So there's always a little bit more to go. I hear what you're saying, because you're gonna be gaining the muscle. You're gonna stop at a point where it's not the point where you are before. Like right now, if you were to cut down again from after you've done this protocol, you're in your head, you shouldn't go all the way down because of the muscle, because you'd be losing the muscle.
Yeah, but you're saying it wouldn't be the case because there's
still loads of reserves.
I would just be burning that instead.
Pardon?
So you're saying that there's still enough fat on me to burn that I would be instead? Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, there's still a way to go. Okay.
Yeah, got you.
And it's all with how comfortable you are as well. Like what are you comfortable cutting down to? Like how much do you want to go?
Yeah.
How much do you want to book up to?
Yeah.
How much junk food do you want to eat? If you eat a bit more junk food, it might take you a little bit longer to cut it down. So it all depends. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. And I don't know if this is useful for you to know or anything, or just interesting, but I think from my perspective, I'm very happy with how I look now, to the point where I just wouldn't even feel motivated to cut even much. As you can probably tell, I'm like,
yeah.
But then
obviously, I thought you were gonna say to the point where I'm walking around topless, posing in the mirror.
Nah, not yet. We'll be on the beach in Vietnam. Fuck, what I was gonna say.
Sorry, got you off.
Fuck, I forgot. But if I, because I don't know how I would look if I put up an extra 3 kilograms of muscle, I don't know if I would then from there. The proportion of how much I would want to cut from there, I don't know yet. So yeah, it's just interesting. I'm just keen to see what happens.
Yeah, now it will be good. It will be a good experiment to see, because I think you're a good case study, because usually things will go. Your body reacts well to kind of these sort of changes.
Yeah,
and it'll be good to see how much stronger you get, what your body gets to in terms of like your body composition, how it looks. Okay, it'll be really energy levels, all of these sort of things. So it'll be good to track all of this. Okay. So final stage, week 12 to 14, maintain around 2,600, 2,800. Week 15 to 16, if weight gain has slowed down, add another 100 to 200 calories. Okay, so you're always having a look to see the weight gain, to see what's going on. Do you need to add a little bit more? Okay, and then training adjustment, reduce training volume slightly to avoid excessive fatigue. Prioritize lagging muscle groups. Okay, and then prepare for the next stage. Okay, so plan to start the cut around 6 to 8 weeks fat loss phase. Reduce cheat meals in the last 2 weeks to maintain a high insulin level. Okay, so that you're not storing as much fat. Okay, so you want to reduce the amount of cheat meals that you're having, Because if you're having like a lot of the sugary sweets, the fatty food, you're gonna start insulin will go up, fat storage mode turns on, and it makes losing the fat harder. Okay. And then just monitor the progress over time. So objective measures, weekly weigh-ins, aim for 0.5 to 1% of body weight per month. Okay. If your weight gain is too fast, reduce calories by 100. If it's too slow, increase by 100 to 150, not 1050. It's a big range. Strength progression, try compound lifts like bench. Obviously, you're not doing these.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could try these actually now that you're getting stronger. If it doesn't take too much time.
I'm a bit scarred. The last time I deadlifted was with Anthony in 2016, and I threw up after we did it.
Okay. Anthony in 2016. I'm not surprised, is the answer.
Yeah. I think I was deadlifting 120 kg, and back then I was 16 and probably weighed like 70.
Yeah. Yeah. Deadlift is a good exercise. Yeah. It's a good exercise. If we were to do it, you can do it with the right form. I can coach you for it.
Yeah.
And you can just
time.
Huh?
My objection is time, and I'm open to that objection.
Oh yes, yeah. I hear you. The
reason I haven't ever got back to it is just because it's fucking long to do.
Yeah, we don't have to do it, and I mean, we could potentially program because I don't know. I just love deadlifts. It's just such a good feeling exercise that I want other people to do it as well. But you could potentially program it in where maybe like once every 3 weeks or once every 2 weeks you do it, and the rest of your workout isn't going to be as much because you don't need to do that much if you do a good deadlift session. It works your traps, it works your lats, it works your erectors. Your back is pretty worked out. So we could program it in that way, but if it's not a priority for you, we don't really need to do it.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I would be open to, because I think particularly if I was like, because obviously at the moment I'm doing 3 days a week of cardio. If I was to drop a day and maybe one rest day and then do like, I could have a day where I pretty much just do like deadlift and then like a little bit of cardio at the end or something like that. Something like that could certainly work.
Yeah. Yeah. You could usually do deadlift, pull-ups.
Yeah.
That could be like deadlift, pull-ups, like rows. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. That could be like 3 exercises. Like do like, I don't know, five sets of 5 deadlifts. Okay. 3 sets of 10 pull-ups. Okay. 3 sets of 10 rows.
Yeah.
Okay, like bent over rows or T-bar rows or just like a normal seated row. That's a good workout. Okay. You've got the vertical pull, you've got the deadlift, which is like a whole body slash just works the hell out of your erectors. And then you've got a horizontal pull as well. So that's a good balance. But we'll figure that out.
Got it.
If strength stagnates, consider deload. Okay. So if you're not getting stronger because you're going to be tracking it, you feel like you're really not pushing things, record the numbers that you're getting, and then just take a bit of time off. Deloads are really good. Okay, a lot of people stay away from like not going to the gym, but a lot of people stay away from not going to the gym. I don't know if that sentence made sense, but you know what I mean.
I do know what I mean.
The deloads will help, and then have a look at what you're looking like as well. Like look in the mirror every for you now it's probably every day with what you're looking like, but
yeah, every time I get back from the gym, I'm like,
you're like, let me have a little posing session. But yeah, review your progress. Okay, have a look at your pictures, track everything, see how you're looking, look at potential lagging points. Let me have a look.
What I will say, and I'm just gonna like out myself here, I should have been doing the vacuums more. I don't really do them routinely. I do them, but I should just like set myself an alarm to just do them every morning or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, definitely do them. They'll help you with better core control. It's not going to be as important now that you're bulking, but the muscle is going to be getting stronger irregardless if you're bulking or cutting. When you do another cut and you're doing a vacuum, it's going to look so much better. Okay. Yeah. So I'll definitely give that a go. I'm just having a look at some of your weak points. Your upper chest needs a bit of work. Lateral delts needs a bit of work to do more volume.
I would love to get way bigger shoulders. Before us working together and before I was like...
Biceps look good, quite full.
My goal was always just like, I don't really care about abs or anything. I just want to have big shoulders and arms. Like that's just been my thing.
Yeah. So big shoulders and arms. So you need to do more pressing movements. So you're already doing bench press. So like shoulder press with dumbbells, do lateral raises.
You have me doing cable lateral raises one day and dumbbells the other. I love the dumbbell lateral raises a lot. With the cable one, I had the cable right at the bottom, so you're saying to have it more like
yeah. I thought I mentioned to have it a little bit higher. I must have, and Coach was prompted.
Maybe I missed
maybe I
that.
didn't.
That, to be fair, but
Yeah, but have it to your knee height because it causes a little bit more tension during the stretched portion of the movement.
Okay.
So at the beginning, the movement, the initiation, there's a little bit more tension than if it was at the bottom. So that's why you have it at the bottom there. So it just creates more tension throughout overall. Okay. And you want to create the most amount of load at the stretched position because that's when you're going to be provoking the most amount of muscle gain or stimulating the most amount of muscle gain would be a better word to use. Okay.
Okay. I see.
So lateral raises. All you can do for shoulders really is lateral raise. That's what it does, getting it out to the side. And then you can just play around with different positioning to be able to put.
I can maybe send you a video of the form because I was doing them with 10s when we started.
Okay.
And I just found that I just had to drop down to 8s.
Yeah.
I don't know about November.
To be fair, with lateral raises, you don't need to go that heavy.
Okay. Yeah.
You can do 10s fine. Probably work on peaking around 15. You do. I mean, eventually, you do need to go that heavy.
It's like I would have the strength to lift up 15s, but the form would just be shit. Right?
Yeah. And also, more importantly than just the form, when you're doing a heavier weight, you're gonna start using other muscle groups that's not your side delts.
Sure.
So it's going to be ineffective. Like you start using your traps. You start using all the muscle that you don't need to start using. Okay.
Got it.
So it's not needed to do that. All right. Okay. You probably start using a bit of your serrators as well. You don't need to do it. So just stick with a decent weight. Do high volume for side raises, and just walk until you feel the burn. Or close to failure.
Off like that's what you've got at the moment, and that's like that's like the peak of it. So yeah, that's good.
Another thing with the side delts is I don't know how many times are you doing it in a week? Let me have a look at your program.
Twice a week. So on Mondays I do lateral raises with dumbbells on 8s. I use 8s on each side, 4 times 15. And then on Thursday or Friday, I do with cables.
Okay.
I think from memory, I kind of put the cables on about 8 or so. So yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So you're doing it twice a week already. You can even increase that all the way to 3 times.
Okay.
If you need to. So, but twice a week is fine. Because they're lagging part, you can do 3 times if you need to as well. Have a look at this. Hold on. Actually, we won't spend too much more time. I think that those are your main lagging points. Your tricep look decent. Your arms look okay. Upper chest and side delts. I haven't seen what your chest looks. I haven't seen what your legs look like. You might have chicken legs down there. I don't know.
Yeah, I can show you.
You might need to send me a picture.
Sure. Well, my girlfriend said they're looking my legs. So that must be good.
There we go. As long as the girlfriend's happy.
Yeah.
So those are going to be the main points to work on with the upper chest. Start doing more. Start doing incline press. Okay, heavy incline press. Do some decently heavy weight on there, like 5 sets of 3 sets of 5, 5x5s, and then work with a mixture of that and a bit of high volume work as well. Incline dumbbell press as well is good. Okay. So the resisted down to up. Okay. Fly.
Right.
Cable fly.
Down to up. I don't quite understand.
So you put the pins at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you're coming up like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Sure. Okay.
That's going to work your upper pecs.
Okay.
So you can do those as well.
Okay.
Or just pick like 2 or 3 that you enjoy doing and work from that. Okay. We can program this in. So that's it. So that's for the bulking. I know you had other questions. Does that make sense, by the way? Does that all make sense?
It's crystal clear. Like seriously, it's really good.
And how has the whole experience been so far, by the way? Just out of curiosity, how have you found the program?
Really good, really good. Do you want me to just shoot off feedback, like generally?
Shoot from the hip, mate.
All right. You're really on it with the responses, and I really thought I didn't need the accountability, but you've really helped me because if you could have given me all this strategy back in October, and I would have followed it, and I would have lost the weight, but I would have lost it over a slower time period, and I probably would have just stopped at about 95 kg and just thought that'll do. I'm happy with that. But you pushed me to go further and lose more than I really planned to.
Yeah,
that's why particularly I'm now like fucking hell. I planned to be bulking before this, so this is a bonus. This lean is like a bonus, you know.
yeah. I think your initial goal was like, what was it, like 5 kilos or something?
Yeah, I was 100
like,
kg.
yeah, I just want to lose a little bit of weight, be a little bit lighter.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, I never minded how I looked. Like, I was never fat, but like in hindsight, like I definitely had fat around my face and stuff, and like just a bit more definition. So yeah, I'm obviously really happy with it.
And then, how did you find the flexible dieting part of it? Because I wasn't like eat this. I was like eat. I was like, this is how you figure this out. These are the macros. Work that out. Because I feel like that it clearly worked for you, but I want to understand your psychology with how you've been implementing that. Because for me, in an ideal situation, I would want the client, obviously everyone's different, and I think everyone should be coached differently.
Yeah.
But for the client to have full autonomy of what they eat and what they decide to eat, rather than say, when I do coach my clients, I normally give them variations anyway, like free breakfast, free lunches, different options. And I'll let them know as well, as long as it fits this, that's fine. But from your perspective, how have you been finding the more flexible eating approach rather than just being given a plan?
I mean, I think, to be honest, I don't know if I would have managed. Yeah, I don't think we'd be this far if it was so strict, because I do fucking love food. So to have the flexibility helps. I think in terms of how I've been thinking about it, I think probably what's helped a lot is before I first messaged you about this stuff, like really just throughout 2024, I was becoming a bit more conscious to food from like an energy standpoint, like in business and stuff. And so I'd already been doing no carbs in the morning for a few months and seeing the effect of that. I'd already been eating steak for lunch. I mean, I knew in my head it was like good protein and stuff, but like I didn't think anything further from that. I just thought, oh, it's good protein, but I was mainly eating it because of no carbs type of thing. So I already knew kind of like, okay, I do no carbs throughout the day. I know that obviously eating clean is going to help focus. And obviously, I think if you're going after entrepreneurs, they all know that as well. So there's like, so naturally I was already geared towards eating clean, which I think,
okay,
I think probably those main things, because then I just knew like, cool, well, if I just have a fruit smoothie and now add it was like before I was already having a fruit smoothie and a healthy lunch like steak and eggs. So now it was just a case of, okay, well, I need to get more protein in. Okay, so I can just add more protein to my smoothie. Add a couple of eggs to the steak, which like I don't know why I wasn't doing that anyway, because it's just nicer. And just make sure that, you know, in the off chance that I have a low protein dinner, which are normally not, they normally got like, you know, 30, 40 grams in, then I can just fucking munch a protein bar or something, just get the extra if I need it.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how I was thinking about it.
Okay. So I think the smoothies are a massive part of that. And then just like low budget protein sources, like the eggs, you can buy loads of, and then the steak, obviously a little bit more expensive, but if you can fit those in, and then the bars as well, supplement for it. But yeah,
well, and sorry to cut across.
It's all right.
Tin sardines as well, or tin mackerel. I can't remember which one. I know I always used to laugh at Anthony for eating that, but I picked him up in the shop the other day and I realized like
a lot of protein. Yeah,
so much protein, so little calories.
You're fucking tall, aren't you? This must be awkward for you to get in. I can tell it's like you're like just trying to fit yourself in.
Yeah.
So overall, it's really good. You've got the slow eccentric going up. I would really stretch even more on the way up, like literally let it almost carry you.
Okay.
Okay, to get as deep of a stretch as you can. Okay.
Okay.
And obviously you can see that near the end you're fatiguing a little bit, but I actually did a video recently, I don't know if you watched it, the 5,000 calories on my YouTube, but I was explaining a lateral, And you want to get it almost even like touch the bottom of your breastbone, like
Right.
all the way down. You're gonna be able to feel it deeper on your lower lats. Because there you're getting it to touch here, which is not, there's nothing wrong with that. It's going to be hitting different areas, but try and get it to come all the way down. It might mean that you might need to reduce the weight a little bit.
Okay.
Um,
So
chest up as well.
yeah,
If you can
kind
have
of
your head up, you'll be
in-
able to, you feel stronger.
Okay.
And try and get in a strong position where you're not on your tiptoes, but maybe you're flat on the floor. Your feet's
Yeah,
flat on
I
the
think I
floor.
did that in halfway through the video. Looks like I did that. I don't know why.
Yeah, you did. You adjusted, but that's a minor thing.
Yeah.
Overall is good. I mean, instinctually, I'm thinking maybe you're having it. No, you didn't. You want to have it while you're like this. Apart from that, yeah, good. I don't know why you've got a double over grip. You have a better grip doing like that grip.
What do you
Hook
mean?
grip.
Oh, with like my thumbs under.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I'm doing that either. Yeah, I'll try that out.
It's one of my clients does it as well, but he's got like an actual nerve thing reason for it.
Okay.
You don't have any reason for doing that. All you're doing there is limiting your strength even more, especially if you're going to be going heavier.
Oh, no way.
Do
Okay.
So just do a hook grip and practice it. For this, if you're going heavier, we have straps.
Wrist straps.
Yeah, not the wrist support, the straps that you can wrap around it.
So, like, let me just show you.
Yeah, I've got. Okay, go on, show me.
So you're saying, because like this is the thing I've got, like these things.
Not that.
Okay, all right.
Do you know what straps are?
Well, I thought these were straps, but now I'm not.
Let me grab my straps. So these are straps.
Oh, okay.
So they're basically things that you wear. There's different versions of them where you don't do this. I like this one because you feel you're really locked in. But you can get ones where you just hook it. You hook it through like that, and then you put your hand in there. I'm surprised you've never seen these.
What's the difference between that and the thing I've been wearing on my wrist?
So what you're wearing is going to help you with some pressing movements because it helps you to stack your joints. Okay, and it does give you a bit more forearm strength as well because that squeeze adds a bit of compression that allows your muscle it feels nice, it feels better, and you feel more stable. The main thing is that it's stacking your wrist. So when you're doing things like bench press, overhead presses, even when you're doing a bicep curl, you feel more stable.
Okay.
This is gonna help you for pulling movements.
Okay.
Things like a row or a deadlift or a wide grip like pull down. Okay, because your forearms become a limiting factor in terms of your forearm strength, and you can't hold on to it. So you need something to latch onto. Mate, if you try it, mate, you're gonna feel so much stronger straight away.
Okay. Oh, sure. I'll literally if you've got the link to those ones, or if not, I'll just find some.
Yeah, I'll try and send you. I'll try and send you a link to the ones I've got. I can't remember how much they were because I think it's decent ones, but I'll send you a link. I'll send you some different links that you can have a look at.
Okay. Oh,
but yeah, if you try that, you will feel stronger straight away. Like you're locked in. Don't abuse it and use it all the time because you want to train your forearms as well. You still want to have some forearm strength.
Okay.
But for the whole, you can use it maybe final set. If you're not really feeling the mind muscle connection because your forearm's taking a lot of the weight, you'll be able to feel it a little bit more on your back.
Okay. Cool.
That all makes sense in terms of that pull down.
Yeah. So takeaways: switch my grip. Always keep my feet planted. Obviously, I normally do. To be fair, and instead of coming down to here, try and bring it all the way down.
Yeah. Try as much as you can to touch your chest. You're not gonna be able to all the time, especially when it's reasonably heavy.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to come all the way down here, at least come to the midpoint. So you're really getting that deep contraction.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Oh, and then like really let it go at the top as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Stretch all the way up. All the way up. You should feel like it's lifting you up.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Let's have a look. Took a bit of time to get ready there.
Yeah, I was finding my feet.
I mean, this isn't too bad. The only thing I would say is at the end, you want to spread it out like this.
Okay.
You want to, what's this called?
So like that with the rope.
Yeah, you want to kind of like spread it out like that.
Okay.
Okay. And with this as well, try and keep your elbows as close together as possible. Try and keep it close.
Okay.
Okay. And see how that feels. You'll be able to feel it a little bit more.
In terms of how far back I'm going, something I was never sure about is, am I going all the way back, or is there just like 90-degree angle? Like how far back to bend my arms?
As far back as you can.
Okay, so it is all the way. Okay.
Okay. It's stretch. When you're doing that, you're stretching the muscle.
Okay.
So remember when I said about the stretch being the most important part, one of the most important part for building muscle? It applies for every exercise. So if you can just think about, okay, am I stretching the muscle? Am I not? You want to stretch it as much as you can. Okay.
I'm with you.
That's the main thing. I mean, you could be a little bit more upright, but
So it's better to be more upright?
not completely straight, but a bit of an angle would probably be a little bit better. But what you're doing right now, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I think it's more important to make the changes that I said around the elbows in, doing this at the end to add a little bit more of a tricep contraction at the end. And yeah, going from there. Okay.
Sweet. So I think this is yeah, that would be 80. Okay.
Yeah, the bench press, I think I've given you some feedback on this already, but
yes, this is a new one.
Retracted. You haven't sent me a video of you doing this properly. So maybe when you get the chance. So elbows need to be in, you need to use more leg drive, and you need to retract your shoulder blades a bit more in the setup. Your back's too flat.
Okay.
And every time you press, it feels like you're kind of completely flat onto the bench. Like it's called protraction. Your shoulders all the way forward. You're losing that tension in your back that you need for a stable structure to push from. So you need to retract your back. Let me see if I can find a video of me benching.
Okay. What you just said there is slightly hard to grasp, maybe without
No problem. There's a lot of words that I'm saying that it would be much easier to just demonstrate.
Yeah.
Okay, you see how I've got my traps dug into the bench and I've got a bit of an arch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not flat. In no point throughout that whole movement does my mid back touch the bench or my mid to lower back.
What about, like, does your bum touch the bench?
The bum is on the bench, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your bum is on the bench, yeah. You can keep your bum on the bench. If it comes up a little bit, it's fine. I mean, competition wise for powerlifting, that would be a no lift, but
okay.
It's fine.
I love the caption, by the way. Tempted to hunt down 200 kg.
Yeah, I was like, just for my ego, really, just to see if I can get it up.
I think again, it's good. Just like it's just you being yourself that I like.
But yeah, this is what I'm getting stronger now. Actually, that's 170. But the main bit is that you have your shoulder blades retracted. Okay, you slowly come down, and it hits you're hitting the way not too high up. You're hitting it like here.
Okay.
Your breastbone.
Okay. I think that's about where
almost at the end of your breastbone.
Okay.
Okay. At the very end, where your ribs start.
Okay.
Okay. Can you feel it?
I'm not sure which one is the breastbone, to be honest.
Here. Was a good thing I didn't say sternum then. You would have had no idea what I was saying. Yeah. I tried to use breastbone to numb it down.
Like at the bottom of your pec, basically.
Yeah.
Bottom of the pec.
Not the bottom of the pec, because the bottom, the bottom of the pec is here. The bottom of the breastbone is here. So there's about an inch difference.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. Like if you hit it like at the bottom of the pecs, that'll be fine.
Yeah. So like kind of like bottom half of the pec then. Like just aim for that kind of range.
No, at the very bottom where the pecs end.
Okay.
Right below it.
Right. Okay.
Right below where your pecs end.
Okay. Got it.
Right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is your sternum, that breastbone that we spoke about. If you think about a skeleton, actually, I've got a skeleton here. I'll show you. This is your breastbone, the sternum. Right there.
Okay, that makes sense. I got you now.
Those are the main points for that. Or did that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So,
What do you need to do?
so my takeaways then. So, obviously, the last thing we just said. So, like bottom of the pec and end of the breastbone, to come down to use more leg force, arch my back more. I do think about arching my back, by the way, but I think probably I arch it as I'm pushing up, maybe. But it's just like needs to stay arched the whole time. Is kind of what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me explain this step by step to make it make more sense. I think you kind of went all over the place. When you're setting up, okay, you want to get your shoulder blades back and down. That's the starting position. That's the present position.
Yeah.
When you start doing this, it's going to feel weird. It's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel awkward. Just know that's normal. Practice it with a lower weight, and then with time you'll be able to get better and better. Okay, so set up. I like to get my feet on the bench. You can do it if you want. If you don't care doing that, I don't mind. You'll be able to get you in a better position. Like I'll literally get my feet on the bench. I'll arch up a little bit, and then I'll arch my back because I'm able to really. I'll use the bar as leverage, and I'll get myself in that position. Okay, and then after I've done that, then I'll get my feet down to a comfortable position, whilst I'm still arched because I've just put myself in that position. Okay, so your shoulder blade should be back and down. Okay, then you get the bar up, and you should be in position already. You slowly get down to the bottom of your breastbone after you've taken in a brace. Okay, especially when you're going heavier.
Yep.
At the bottom of your breastbone, and then you press up using your leg drive.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the bar path should be up, straight up, and a little bit back.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So the bar path should be like.
Yeah.
Okay, but don't stress too much about that. Just nail the ones that we spoke about first. One problem at a time.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
retraction, fix that, and then think about the leg drive, and then think about the bar path, then think about the bracing. Fix one at a time. Otherwise, you'd be like,
Well,
"What am I doing?"
At once, if not, isn't it? So
Yeah, it takes a bit of time. Okay.
Okay.
And then just send me the videos of that.
And then I think this one is the last one here. The rows.
So with rows, what you want to do is you don't want to push. You want to lead with your elbow to use more of your lats, because right now you're using too much bicep.
Oh, okay.
Keep going out of this. Bear with me. I'll see if I've got a video of myself doing a row as well in a second.
Okay.
You're going up like this. What you should be doing is going like this. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Rather than doing this.
Yeah, that's really clear.
You want to do this rather than this. You're still going to be hitting it doing this, but it's not going to be as effective as using your back to do the movement rather than your biceps as well. Okay, again, this is another exercise that you can go heavier if you use straps, because your forearms are going to become a limiting factor.
Sure. Yeah, I'll like
Okay.
Straps. That's fine.
Those are the main pointers in terms of the lifting. Really, I mean, overall, pretty good. You're controlled with most of the movements. With this, with the row, you're coming down nicely, slowly. I mean, the setup I'm not a massive fan of, but if it works for you, it works for you. I usually set up at the edge of the bench, not going into the bench.
Okay.
I'll see what I mean. So straps, that's the strap. These are the straps. I can demonstrate what I meant. Oh, you can't see my screen yet, can you?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So you strap up. Oh, fuck it. Why is it drawing?
I can't see any drawing. It's all good.
So you can see I think the first 2 reps I do it wrong. And then I realized, oh no, this is not how you row, John. And then that's how you do it.
Okay. And for some reason, I always thought it wasn't good to move the rest of my back and I should just try and really only move my arm kind of thing. But you're kind of moving your whole body there, and that's okay. That's still gonna work just as well.
Okay, what do you mean I'm moving my whole body?
So can you see, like, obviously your legs are moving a bit, like your entire back is kind of moving like this as you go.
Yeah. So
But that's sorry.
So you're not gonna
Like,
only be moving your arm if you're doing a challenging weight.
Sorry. Give me one sec. I think I got a knock at the door.
No worries.
Your whole back is moving kind of like like this as you do the movement. Like, obviously, you can see like your back is like going up and down, like your chest is kind of like coming out a little bit more when you
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I always I for some reason, I don't know where I got it from, but I just thought if I do that, then that means I'm not using as much of the actual muscle. But you're saying like that's okay, like, because I'll still just be getting a better pull on the muscle.
yeah. You wanna keep your back as straight as possible. Okay. If it's moving, it's only because I'm doing 52.5 kilos and and I'm having to like open up a little bit. Like I'm having to open up. I'm not gonna. I mean, you can try and do it perfectly, but I'm using a little bit. I'm stretching that in. I'm using a little bit of like drive to get it up there.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a little bit of movement for the most part. Let me see the movement. Let's actually analyze this. So it's here. It down here because it's being stretched, and then up here it moves a little bit. But for the most part, you want to keep that kind of similar. Like if there's a line here, it kind of stays there. But you're gonna go up and down just because you're going with the movement.
Yeah, got it.
It happens subconsciously. I'm not trying to do that. It's just you go down, you can see I'm getting.
But like you're allowing yourself to pick up a bit of momentum.
I'm getting a full stretch, and then I'm pulling it up, and I'm squeezing. But like I said, the stretch that you get on this is really good. All the way down. All right. Actually, I've never played around with this in my life. I need to do some videos and stuff like this. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
But that's the main thing with that. But apart from that, man, that's it. So I'll send you the meal plan, the game plan, so you know what you're doing. That's the main thing, man. So start getting bigger, start getting stronger. Don't overthink it. Enjoy yourself. Have some cheat meals every now and again. I don't think that's going to be a massive issue. As long as you're not overdoing it, you're monitoring your progress and you're getting stronger. We're heading in the right direction. You kind of have a good overview of how to do the process now. So, yeah, I'll stop the recording.
Yeah, exactly. No, this has been great. Again, like super helpful. So I really appreciate it.
If you made it this far, congrats. You don't have TikTok brain. And also, thank you for supporting the channel. It also tells me that you're someone who is very serious about getting results. I'm currently offering free strategy calls. So if you would like me to help you to map out your cutting strategy or your food bulking strategy, click the link in the description below and fill in the short form so that we can make the perfect plan for you. And if you enjoyed this video, you're going to enjoy this video as well.